There we go. YouTube should be up. Twitch should also be up. Let me get the live ping out on the Discord. How's everyone doing today? Another just random stream here, just trying to help get that watch time built up on this channel. But I am gonna start off here with just a quick overview of the news for today. So let me get that all pulled up here. News. Ritora, how's it going? The big thing today is, you know, the patch notes. So they fixed some of the issues with the story mission, with the audio being messed up. They fixed the distress call issue. A few fixes in here. Tara, how's it going? So the first thing is I need to go in and do another run with the experimental weapon off of the cavort, just to see how that is actually performing with the update here. Rob Mystic, yeah, in a little bit I'm going to pull a Triz and record at least part of the news video live, but let's get some testing done here first. Andy, how's it going? Okay. Let's get back onto the mirror angle for this one, just because that's the test bed for checking out performance, at least for me. Delta, how's it going? Yeah, I think that was fixed with the patch today, from what I understand. Yeah, from what I understand, that should have been fixed. Also, I'm curious. I was playing with the settings on the microphone. The video I did the other day, did it sound better or worse than normal? The season recap. You know, I'll just change it here live, and you guys can tell me if it sounds better or worse. Okay, I think this is the one that I did. I forget what the name for this is, but is this better or worse for you guys than like my normal audio? You're wrestling your dog with one hand? It sounds worse? Okay. That is the feedback I was getting from a few other people too, so I just wanted to do a sanity check. Okay. I'm gonna go back to the proper setup here. Gonna get the Cavort experimental on. So before this patch, the Cavort experimental was able to benefit from haste from things like fleet power and all that. So that was not intended, and that was part of what they fixed here with the patch. So I'm also I'll leave the hunting pack escorts on, but I don't actually know if those are worth it for my specific case. Okay, it sounded like a 2014 Skype call. Okay. Well, it's back to normal now. So I will go in, get this going. Again, we're testing the experimental off of the Cavort following today's patch, which resolved the ability for it to benefit from weapons firing cycle haste, from things like fleet power and all that. So that obviously was giving it quite a bit of an edge against other experimental weapons, which are not supposed to benefit from that sort of weapons firing cycle haste. It was funny seeing Mayo's reaction in chat. when I was looking at that parse. He saw the new experimental weapon doing particularly well, and he's like, no.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Scanning the nanite transformer. Gone. Additional data is available.
That start is not good for me. 8-second start. Oof.
The nanite probe can repair the transformer. Stop that.
Yeah, I feel like I'm getting worse results with the Cavort console on. I think for this specific build, this specific playstyle, it's not really the best choice. I think the crit buffs that I'm getting off like the key console or the NP, I think are just more valuable for this specific build. Oh wow, I'm turned in a very wrong direction. Okay, that's close enough. Let's look at the parse. Where'd my parse window go? There it is. Dark, how's it going? Okay, let's reopen you. Yeah, it's right there. That's noticeably less than it was doing, before the patch. But that's one run, so I'm gonna do the same over on my Inge. Yeah, I mean the amount of haste we get from things like fleet power and all that. Yeah, that's sort of to be expected. My Inge doesn't get as much DPS as the TAC, but it's able to boost up weapons a little bit more, so we will go in right away and see how this is doing. As I forget to mute my phone. The amount of spam calls nowadays is just nuts. Dark Eddie, how's it going? It was benefiting from weapon firing cycle haste, and it wasn't meant to. So it's still one of the top experimental weapons, but it's if you are a more skilled pilot that is able to keep your ship pointed towards the target better, then Hexes will still be better. Endeavor, how's it going, man? You break in the demo record anymore? The daily DSC mission, I believe, is still per character. I think the wording in the patch notes was, I think I saw something from Jeremy in the Discord that was not intended to indicate that they had removed that ability to do that mission on multiple characters. Any market-breaking manipulation recently? No. Nah, it's been pretty quiet, to be honest. I honestly, I don't think I've sold anything on the exchange for like 2 weeks. I haven't really been doing much on the exchange. It's just pretty quiet time period. The summer event's like a big boost of activity in the game, but at the same time, it's also it's a boost in some ways and a decrease in activity in other ways. Engines got shut off there. Let me go. Get me to the other side. I am out of practice on these runs a little bit. I can feel it. Yeah, not exactly the best. I've completed Infected 50 times on this character. I'm surprised I'm only just now hitting that.
Sensors confirm that the transwarp conduit has been
Okay.
destroyed.
That should be a better test with the experimental. Let's take a look here. Analysis. Yeah, it's a pretty substantial drop. Like it's still it's still definitely a top tier experimental weapon, but that's doing about a third of what it did for me before the update. So hexacannons are still the top performer. Yeah, theme, I would say, make sure to provide that feedback in the Discord because I do recall there being a back and forth with Jeremy and a few others already in the SC section of the Discord about that, about if they should allow you to do that mission on multiple characters each day. Yeah, it's A tier but not S plus tier like before. Yeah. Okay. So we've got the information there that was needed, and I know Mara's done some testing, but I haven't really talked to her yet about that. In addition, I do want to note that with the Tuesday patch, a nerf did go through to rapid lithic formation for ground. So that is a kit module that's been on the watch list for a little bit. Really powerful. Basically, it's got like a 20-second minimum cooldown now. I believe the damage it can do is still the same. It's just that it's got it's got that lockout preventing you from using it as much. Yeah, the other thing is too with the patch today, the timer for the DSCs is now working on it. It's a 20-hour timer per character. So you don't get to do the mission again for 20 hours. Whereas before the update, it was resetting for all of your characters alongside the daily endeavor reset. Supreme Watchlist Creator, greetings. Greetings, Logical. You dismissed your Bajoran Interceptor and accidentally deleted the experimental weapon recently? Oof. What's your budget, Spud? Like, I'd say if we're looking at like best experimentals, the one off the Orion Interceptor earlier this year is actually like really good, and I'm pretty sure that's a 360. The was it the Orion Pixon's cannons? Dark Ghost, how's it going? Dan, thank you for the bits. Yeah, so I think it's the Orion Pixons. Let me double check here. Yeah, off the Orion Interceptor. Today's amended patch notes included a 15% reduction in base damage for rapid lithic. Okay, so it was more than just the that. Okay, I missed that part. We did put out a statement in builds earlier in DPS League announcements, so let me pull that up here. So I'd put out the announcement for rapid fire. I'm going to respond to that. Today, the July 9th patch has now addressed this issue. The Cavort's experimental weapon is now safe to use again. it is now used for uploads. I can spell. Okay, so yeah, let me zoom in on this. Let's see, where did snipping tool go? Okay. With consideration to the substantial nerf that was added to the Rapid Lithic formation with the release of Season 36 on Tuesday, and given the impact which said nerf will have in preventing players from being able to match the incredible performance of pre-nerf Rapid Lithic, the Oscar default table ladders have been scrubbed of runs containing the use of this ability. Previous records achieved with Rapid Lithic will remain in the respective seasonal ladders. That's good. Yeah, I can use spell correct. Myth. Got range reduced and AoE size reduced. Okay. I am perfectly fine logical. I've said this before. I am fine not being the top on the table. I I think me showcasing, that higher performance, it encourages others to get engaged in the scene, and that's more engagement in the game. That's more engagement on the channel. That's more engagement on the player exchange, right? Right. We gotta think about the market. I am joking there. As much as I joke about market manipulation, the reality is I don't play the market that terribly much nowadays. To be honest, there's plenty of you watching right now that have made more off of things that I've promoted in the game than I have. More buying echelons. The echelon, as good as the echelon is, I think it's now relegated pretty much to a supporting role. Okay, I'll pull up those patch notes too. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna pull it up. Yeah, and all the lobby stuff is going to be getting looked at also. So I'm probably not going to cover the performance of the lobby gear, much more in videos. I already was trashing on it the other day, probably a bit too negatively, but I'd say if you do get your hands on the lobby gear, make sure to provide feedback on the Discord because they are going to be looking into all of it. How absolutely meta phaser relays are, terrible endeavor. I don't want to promote that. Samuel, how's it going? Endeavor needs to make some EC. Okay, terrible. That's surely terrible. Never won, mind you. It's a lot of market play is being their right spot, right time. And that's something that sucks with like people wanting market recommendations on some things, like some of the big things that myself and others use to get to the point we're at, like we just were there at the right time, and some of those things you can't really repeat nowadays. Like when I first started, one of the first things I did to start making EC was the prototype console crafting. Like that was before the crafting revamp. It was a DOF mission where you'd take the strange alien artifacts, convert them to powered, then you would use those powered for a mission that you do on your ship bridge, and like that was basically the only way to really get like Mark 12 very rare consoles back in the day. Like this is old enough that it was before, like the fleet consoles. Um am I all right? Yeah, I'm fine. Do I sound bad? I'm tired. I slept a while, but I'm still tired. You still have those, the powered and strange alien artifacts? Yeah, I think I have a couple still somewhere on a character. Remember when the Galore was meta? I remember when the Excelsior with like single cannons was legitimately like the meta. Bacon, we're just chatting, looking at the notes and everything so far. I am gonna work on a news video a little bit here while we're doing this. So I'm gonna get DaVinci open. Yeah, so the objective here today is get bits done for the news video. I've already looked at some of the stuff for the patch today. I have an announcement that I'm going to be filtering into the news video, which some of you here have already heard. Let's see here. So this is going to be STO News 070926. Let's get to my YouTube folder. There was an Undine ship. The Kawavi was like, that was just a really good tank platform there for a little bit. Did they nerf the new experimental weapon already? It was benefiting from firing cycle haste, and they addressed that with this patch. So, for me, it's a substantial performance drop. It's still top tier, but the hexes are still better. I would say, based off the performance that I've seen of it thus far, I would say the top three experimentals right now are hexes, the Orion Pixon's cannon, and then the Goran Hunter's plasma bombardier. I'd say these are probably like battling for like fourth or fifth. DaVinci, what Spencer calls his locally hosted AI powerhouse. Terrible. No, I mean the DaVinci does have AI tools built into it, but that's just because they took their noise suppression, and then they slapped AI onto it and probably made their stock price go up. That's like half the AI tools on the market is they're things that existed before, but then the companies realize if they just put AI in the name, it makes stock price go up. Hammer, how's it going? Yeah, there's a lot of experimentals, and a lot of them are pretty forgettable. Aren't you Spencer from the CasualSAB channel? Yes, yes, indeed. I mean, there is a like an experimental weapon that is just like constantly firing. I forget the name of it. Is it the one off the DaVinci? The Gatling? Like there is no there definitely is a like a Gatling turret experimental weapon in the game, but I don't remember the name of it. Star Trek AI Online, terrible. Am I personally responsible for this patch? Why the different channel? It's just helping build up the watch time plantain. In order for me to get to the secondary channel monetized here, it needs to be at 4,000 watch hours. And doing these streams, they can help quite a bit. For instance, the stream I did the other day, that alone got 1,000 of the 4,000 watch hours. It is the Gatling. Okay, I was. Yeah. Okay. Good. Like I was worried that my memory was tripping a little bit, but I'm glad to see it's not that bad. Okay. Um. Yes. Give me just a moment here, chat. Are we all just agents monetizing secondary stow content channels? Mysteries abound. The the point is that this is a channel that I'm very hopeful that long term will be successful. Like today, I just hit the 1,000 subscriber barrier, so thank you all for helping with that. I am live on YouTube, but I am live over on that secondary builds focus channel, just helping build up watch time for it. Yeah, so I'm gonna be recording parts of this also so that I can just use it for videos on the main channel. Yeah, it does not good damage. Yeah, for sure. We are but mere metrics to the supreme tech bro CasualSAB. Well, it's also the idea with this channel. And by the way, there's something I want to run past you guys. So right now the channel it's STO ship builds by CasualSAB, but something that has been recommended to me is maybe just shift the name over to CasualSAB Shipyards. Something like that, just to keep it with the CasualSAB at the front, and then the focus of the channel afterwards. That was something that I'd had some people bring up, but the idea here is that the main CasualSAB channel is for like the game news coverage, the reviews, most of the guides, and then for the builds focus channel, once I get once I am done, trying to get the watch time built up here, pretty much the only things you're gonna see on this channel are like builds, like dedicated ship builds and build guides. Keep CasualSAB front and center. Okay, chat, you're watching me do this live. Customization. There we go. CasualSAB Shipyards rolls better off the tongue. Do we think that that's looking better than STO ship builds by CasualSAB? Yeah, that's a good point. Okay. We're going to publish it. Here we go. Okay. Hold on a second. Yes, use the pass key. There we go. It was just I had to go in, use had to verify it, so just had to get my phone, do the pass key. CasualSAB Shipyard. Yeah, if you refresh, it should show up now. Unsubscribe. Terrible. It's the CasualSAB part that you got to work on. Reddit told me that guy is toxic AF. Terrible. Is the idea to keep this channel connected to the Stow Builds Discord? I will probably, I'm going to recommend the Stow Builds Discord to people, of course, because that is, as some of you know, that is something that I own. That server I set up. It's It's been a while now, but I set that up a couple years ago, so um, yeah, I'm still going to use this channel as a funnel to get people over into that Discord. That's a better name, yeah. So there is a notice that should have went out in the video announcements channel for this channel here. Yeah, so it's still got the old name, but yeah, so in the video announcements on my Discord and the Builds Discord, this channel will any content released on this channel will be pushed out. Another way of funneling people towards creator code CasualSAB too. I mean, the channel's got to make money. Got to make money to get things. So things in Stowe are not free. Logical things cost money. So yes, some of that, some of the ways I make money are, of course, ads, memberships, affiliate stuff through like Epic and all that. And today, as I'll be including in the news video, I don't think the lighting in here is good right now, but let's get a bit more lighting here. But one of the other things today will be, me going through, and in the news video I'm going to drop later, I'm going to be showing some ships off that I'm trying to sell. I already put the full list over in Discord. If you're interested in some of the ships I'm going to be selling, reach out to me sooner rather than later. And if you don't like the prices, feel free to make an offer. I just need to... Well, I had to get tires the other day, so yeah, I got to get money to pay that off and to get some Zen in Stowe. Are they not? I heard everything's free if you're a CC. No. I was using spiral wave disruptors plus the Terran. Yeah, the Terran rep disruptor, and then I was running 4 spiral waves, and it doesn't matter if it's dual cannons or dual heavies, they're both good. Okay, so the first thing here is for the patch on Tuesday. They've went in and updated that, so they'd made some adjustments to rapid lithic formation. They fixed a bug that was preventing this kit module from properly scaling with level, making it even more overpowered below level cap. So you could use this on a level 10 captain, and it was doing like the level 65 damage. So that was very, very powerful. They fixed a bug with the area of effect radius that was making it slightly larger than intended. They reduced the base damage by 15%. They reduced the range from 30 meters down to 20 meters. And they added a minimum cooldown setting of 20 seconds. It cannot be reduced below this. So Rapid Lithic is something that's been on the watch list since it went up, and it was definitely an outlier kit module. It's one you get from the summer event store. I haven't seen too much performance discussion of this after the patch on Tuesday, but based on this here, like it should be doing substantially less than it was doing before for people that were running lots of cooldown reduction and basically spamming it every couple seconds. Like that 20-second lockout alone, or the 20-second minimum cooldown, like that alone is, a pretty substantial reduction. It's a shame Epic isn't running a great Zen sale for Stowe. Gasp. They are. It's a great Zen sale. Yeah, this is one there should be no controversy. It was clearly overperforming. Yeah. Meta bang for the channel name. Terrible. Not everything on here is going to be meta, because there's going to be some beginner stuff on here as well. I want to try and cover as much of the build space as I can. I haven't. Let me see here. What is in that ground section? Haven't seen too much here. Yeah. So we'll probably have people dumping numbers in here over the next couple days. I don't know if it's entirely worthless, but it's definitely like if you were buying it for it to be like the best kit module in the game, that's no longer going to be the case. Yeah. Yeah, Stanky Boy. Okay, for the patch notes today, July 9th, let's go through here. They fixed a bug that was causing several distress call devices to be unusable for some players. They fixed a UI bug where some users with a space power tray that included weapon firing icons would have 3 rows of empty space between the DSC buff activation icons and the rest of their power tray. Yeah, that stuff was a little bit annoying, seeing the extra trays pop up with the DSC buffs that you get while flying through sector space. That was a little annoying. There was a bunch of fixes for the Kuvama episode for a lot of the sounds. There was definitely some balancing issues in there for the sounds, so that should mostly be addressed now. For the deep space encounters, they fixed a bug that was causing party members on a group to not get cooldowns for entering a DSC triggered by other party members. They fixed a bug that was preventing Federation-aligned characters from picking up the daily DSC wrapper mission from Felicia right through the available tab in the journal. Once completed, the daily DSC missions can no longer be shared within a group. That I didn't know that was going on, but that makes sense given Stowe's history of things like that being abused. So that's interesting. Good that they caught that early. The cooldown for the daily DSC missions is now tracked per player rather than resetting daily. So basically, when you do the DSC wrapper mission, it'll be on a 20-hour timer for you, like most other things in the game. Whereas before this patch, it was resetting with the endeavors each day. So, yeah. Viper has a gun. And then for the Cavort, they fixed an issue that allowed the rapid fire heavy disruptor emitter experimental weapon to be affected by incorrect sources of haste. So I just tested that in some infecteds, and the rapid fire disruptor heavy emitter is it's still a good experimental weapon, still one of the best in the game, but it is definitely not like a top 2 or 3 contender anymore. It's still really good, but I would say hexes are still best if you're a good pilot. Then I would say the Orion Pixon's cannon off the Orion Interceptor earlier this year. That's actually a really, really good performer, and that's a 360-degree arc. Then probably the one off the Gorn Hunter for plasma setups, the Plasma Bombardier, I think it is. And then I'd say this one is probably a contender for like fourth or fifth. So yeah, I'll probably go through and retest some experimental weapons soon. I see a tier list request there. But this was doing like above Hexa performance before the update, and with this update, it's doing much less. It's still really good, but not top tier like it was before. Okay. I did record that, so everything I just did right there is going into a news video. Yeah. Have I convinced the devs to give the Cavort EBC yet? Yeah, I wish. Yeah, I was trying to be very subtle about the fact that I was just recording that at the same time. That's why I wasn't as engaged with the chat right there, but that'll probably be like 3 and 4 for the video. Do I think it's intentional that they are looking into that, Joseph, but they might not be able to make it work like that. Why do you need an experimental weapon when you are now flying the Endorian Kamari instead of the Mirror Angle? I don't really do tort builds much, and Ranger, I think you know that the Mirror Angle or the Mirror Eagle is still the better torque platform. The Endorian Kamari is really good. It's giving another option for that playstyle, but it's not a contender in that regard. Nestoria, I did see your comment too. I'm sorry for not responding sooner. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people request coverage on Target That Explosion. I personally do not buy the value of it, but it is something I would like to look into. I think Nick is a bit more interested in doing that near term than I. Um, but yeah, Target That Explosion. I know a lot of people are like really interested in it. I remember seeing the initial discussion about it in the Builds Discord like 2 years ago. Then I know Stowe Better picked it up and that they did a video on it, but I think it's a nice combo, but I don't know, I don't value it as much from what I've seen from like folks like Nick testing it. It's definitely something I need to take a look at though, and perhaps do a video on. And I think that's also the sort of coverage that maybe that this secondary channel might. I don't know if that'd be better for the main or this one. Like, does this ability work as well? Is the hype worth it's probably more of a main channel? Terrible Ranger. I mean, logical, if we're being serious, as well as that basically everything can do like really high deeps with the right build and the right pilot right now. Like 1 mil, 2 mil, you know that if you're someone with the right gear, with the right piloting skills, that you can basically do that with anything. Okay, we've got, let's see here. Are they doing a promo run alongside this? Like a Bentham cruiser piloted by an engineer? Terrible. Okay, and then we have an R&D and junior officer event that'll be starting up on PC on the 10th at 8 a.m. Pacific, running through July 14th at noon Pacific on PC. So this is your R&D event, your duty officer event, bonuses to both of their respective boxes. I don't know if we're getting a brief promo run alongside this. We've seen that quite a bit recently, where these packs, while they're on sale during the events here, that they'd be the promotional version that has a chance to drop a ship. I don't know if that's going to happen here, but it possibly could. Regardless, this will be a good weekend on PC to spam duty officer missions and R&D projects just to level up the respective schools and commendations. Muak, I can be a bit more blunt on Nick's streams. Nick has tried it out a little bit too, I believe, so far, and just doesn't really value it too much. Any possibility of reviewing the undiscovered mini bundle? Yeah, that's planned, Fred. That is something I want to do as like a dedicated content piece on the main channel. That's like to me that seems like a pretty easy video to put together. Yeah, it probably I think that might be like a Saturday video, because today is going to be a news video. I just recorded like a couple minutes of the news video here. Tomorrow I am going to be sitting down with the systems team early in the morning. We're going to be chatting about DSEs. We're going to be chatting about a couple of different things. So I've got that interview that I'll be recording tomorrow morning and then releasing up on the main channel a couple hours later. So that's going to be taken up tomorrow. And then Saturday, yeah, I think Saturday, like a video on the mini bundle would be good. And then if I could get like a like a something build wise done with the Cavort over the weekend, I think that would also be good. Nick's stream is acceptable levels of collateral, whereas CasualSAB is too precious to jeopardize. Terrible. Yeah, the thing with the Eagle, the enhanced battle cloak stuff is the you've got the trade off the legendary Talis assault formation theta, where when you're going in and out of the cloak, it's giving you a high yield. That was part of the reason for wanting that stuff on the Cavort. Because if someone's trying to do that play style, that's like a huge benefit. Okay. And the other event that they've announced here, and the other event here is for those of you over on console. It started today, July 9th at 8 a.m. Pacific, and it's running through July 16th. And that is an Admiralty. Wow, this is terrible. YouTube chat appears to be borked, is it? I see the YouTube chat perfectly fine. Okay. I think that's I'll finish up the news video later. Let's get in the game here, and I think it's time for me to go do the story mission. I know people want to see the story mission, so let's do that. And you know what? I'm gonna do it in the Cavort. Doing it right in the Cavort, which I've already went by here. Is there going to be a stream on Saturday? Yeah, it'll probably be on the main channel. You posted a few questions, but not showing up. But yeah, the last thing I see from you is the thing about the lowell nuts and the rapid lithic, it looks like. The audio is much better already. Okay. Yep, I'm going to. Okay, I've got that track beat like up. Is there someone on TBC Fed that can get Parim an invite there? I want to do this solo. I like doing the story mission solo. Yeah. Cavort's a good ship. And I need to be a proper Cavort here. I gotta put the pets back on. We're gonna pick up inertial supremacy as well. Actually, let's try these pets with SAD, see if they do better. Hammer, I would probably be doing that on the meta video for the Cavort, but not necessarily Parim at White Rhino 667 there. Thank you. Okay, we're on elite difficulty. Let's get the story mission done.
We meet at last. I am Cargrim.
Hold on, let me start recording. Hail.
We meet at last. I am Cargrim, son of Volar, of the Klingon House of Kor, slayer of Krenoth, and captain of the IKS Nima. Today I offer you to join forces and embark on a mission of paramount importance. It appears that the president of the Federation, a Saurian by the name of Vanek Okek, has requested to enter into negotiations with the Empire. He wishes to establish a ceasefire between our people. It is true that the Undine infiltration puts both parties at risk, and as their great Kailash once said, destroying an empire to win a war is no victory, and ending a battle to save an empire is no defeat. To facilitate these plans, we have been tasked with granting safe passage to the President's starship on his journey to Khitomer. I will be waiting for you in the system, together with Captain Sean, a Starfleet officer hailing from the ill-fated Vega colony.
And this, I'm doing this on a KDF. You originally, with the original version of this story arc, I believe it was fed only. So this is certainly a new experience. Okay. But Mayo says that there are parts of this story mission that are quite challenging, so I look forward to seeing how it goes. I don't know, Bacon. I imagine there will be some different lines here.
This is President Okeg aboard Starfleet 1. Remember, this conference is vital to the future of the galaxy.
Captain Sean here. Copy that, Mr. President. Best foot forwards at all times. The crew of the Belfast has been briefed.
Captain Kargren, Klingon Empire liaison to Anik Okeg, standing by. President, the IKS Nima is ready to escort you.
Okay, there we go. That was weird. I like the Vulcan ship there is the Starfleet one.
The President's vessel, Starfleet 1, is within transporter range of the coordinates provided to us by the Defense Force, and received clearance to beam down to Kittimer. Captain Sean will be assigned to the President upon arrival, and you shall be tasked with securing the premises. I have patched us through to the Chief of Security of the USS Belfast, Lieutenant Morale Paris of Starfleet. This officer of Sean's is a quarter Klingon of heritage, and hopefully at least twice as much of heart.
Yeah, it looks good. Starfleet 1 looks good.
Morale Paris, Chief of Security of the USS Belfast, but Lieutenant will do. Nice to meet you. I get the feeling we'll make an excellent team. Ready to get to work when you are.
Okay, let's go.
I hope you don't mind me checking in along the way. This meeting is delicate, and I'd like to make sure everyone is prepared.
Glad to have you with us, Mr. President. Any words of wisdom before we arrive?
Kittimer is a key location in the history of our two civilizations, and home to many important meetings.
Do not forget the conspiracy of 2293 and the cowardly assassination of Chancellor Gorkon.
Conspiracies aside, the final outcome was historic,
Yeah.
and its gift of peace lasted for generations.
Let's hope for a similar outcome today. Your attendance is as much of a security risk as it is a show of goodwill.
Lieutenant.
It is up to the Federation to take this first critical step. We cannot allow a repeat of Cestus 3.
This planet looks so good, by the way.
They're going to Germany!
Sir, sensors are picking up several Gorn vessels in the area. It's an ambush.
I've got my own Gorn ships, bud.
Okay, Starfleet 1 is under fire. These won't hold for long.
Hang tight, Mr. President. We won't let you down.
The Klingon Empire will fall!
Another wave.
If a fight is what they want, then the Belfast is happy to oblige.
No Bold move, Lieutenant. Focus on Starfleet 1.
Disrupt the Belfrid! Destroy must perish! The ships must fall!
Their ranks are thinning. I'm detecting fewer Gorn starships in the system, Captain.
We have bested these titans, fool. They were
We
ready
won.
to die just to take out your president in battle.
Starfleet 1, this is the USS Belfast. What's your status? President OK, do you copy?
USS Belfast, IKS Nima. This is the President. We're all right. Just a bit shaken up.
Mr. President, we need to postpone this conference. It's much too great of a risk for you to take. Our scan should have picked up on that ambush.
Postponing this conference is not an option, Captain Sean. This ceasefire deal could be the Federation's only chance to eventually make peace with the Klingon Empire. If that involves some degree of risk, then so be it. The members of my delegation joined this mission informed and ready for the task. However, this attack does beg a question. How exactly did the Gorn hide from our sensors?
Scans show their ships are equipped with chronoton masking fields. Terrible.
The Nima and USS Belfast do not seem to have sustained significant damage. Nothing worth recording in a battle log. These cowardly Gorn attacks were directed at Starfleet 1, and presumably the Federation President. Aside from a few minor fluctuations in deflector harmonics and a brief spike in secondary EPS flow regulators, nothing approaches critical thresholds. The President's ship will hold.
Got this. We're gonna find the rest of
Belfast will
them.
run a scan as well. Something does feel off.
Barefoot, ask away in the
Activating
Discord.
long-range sensors and tachyon detection grid.
I know, Endeavor, crazy. I fly too far. Fly right past the scan area.
Sensors are clear, sir. No threats detected, masked or otherwise.
Let's resume course before that changes.
Attacking Klingons is one thing, but the Federation? I find the circumstances of this Gorn ambush a little odd.
I agree. The Gorn should have challenged my vessel instead, and fought against one of their Klingon conquerors. Cowards.
The Gorn shouldn't have been able to close in on Starfleet 1. We need to improve our response time.
Now we wait.
President Okig, the Klingon Empire acknowledges the arrival of your delegation to Kittimer. Our orbital defense post received reports of a rebel strike within the system, but readings were delayed due to the Gorn's chronoton masking fields. Still, your survival in the face of this unexpected obstacle bodes well. Perhaps you are worthy allies after all. You are cleared to beam down.
Yeah, the patch today on July 9th addressed the audio issues.
The Federation is honored to be received on Kittimer. I can assure you that your openness to meeting with us is not misplaced. Our delegation's security escort dealt with the Gorn attack swiftly, thanks to the combined efforts of our respective captains. We will be beaming down shortly. Captains, when you're ready.
Good night, Phil. Um, Yeah, I've got no words of wisdom for Kagran there.
Once you have arrived, Lieutenant Paris will brief you on security measures, but do not rely on her. She is not of the Empire. Remember this. In the face of unexpected challenge, act with resolve, but also with intelligence. Many songs have been sung of Kittimer and its triumphs, and today may be no different. I will meet you on the ground, and whatever awaits you, face it without hesitation. A member of the Klingon Empire cannot waver.
Here we go. I can only take down 2 of my bridge officers. I wanted to get injuries on more of them.
Miral, or should I say Lieutenant Paris.
Doctor, I've missed you. You haven't aged a day.
Well, I am afraid that's how it works. But if it would put you at ease, I can add an aging subroutine to my matrix.
Not on my behalf. You're perfect, just the way you are. Are you part of the President's delegation?
That's right, as the leading expert on species 8472. President Okeg is hoping that sharing our research with the Klingons will make up for our dismissal of the Undine threat. This, and a ceasefire deal, will hopefully lead to lasting peace between our people.
The Doctor pioneered research on the Undine aboard Voyager. It was considered revolutionary, both then and now. It is a pleasure to meet you, especially after your crew's incredible performance in the Kittimer system. I will let you get on with your security tasks and prepare for the conference. Doctor?
Yeah, the animations are much better. What's this Discord message?
Face to face. Your name echoes through the Empire's ranks. They say you bow to no one, not even your commanding officer. March, that treacherous Tach Kek got what he deserved. Today the Federation would have us believe we are surrounded by worthier allies. I wouldn't be so sure. Lieutenant Paris will brief you. Make sure she does so reliably. The task at hand is to secure the area and rule out any foul play.
Okay, it looks like your question is being answered. Well, Matt, we will seek out the lieutenant.
It's nice to put a real face to the name. We need to secure the building. I recommend starting with the courtyard in the next room. Oh, and keep in mind, we're in a melting pot of different cultures and delegations right now, but let's try to stay focused and keep our distance.
Get over.
Ah, hold it right there. Just a moment. Greetings. I am the Emergency Medical Hologram Mark I, but you may call me Doctor. A pleasure to meet you, I am sure. If I may offer a recommendation, while I doubt you will encounter any Undine infiltrators here, you may still find my latest research quite riveting, should you wish to test it out. Here is a parameter you may use to optimize your tricorder for species 8472 biosignature detection. The science behind it is nothing short of remarkable. The settings account for polyfluidic
Phase variances, we'll go with
I'll
that.
follow your lead.
I'll probably do another playthrough, like just to get like a better recording for YouTube. But this is just like the initial reaction.
All right, let's start with this area.
A Klingon in a Starfleet uniform? Just bah!
Logical.
Pitiful.
Scans are clear. It seems these Klingons have taken note of my appearance. I've never hidden my hybrid nature. As my godfather, the doctor, encouraged me to be proud of this part of myself and taught me the meaning of self-worth. But truth be told, I'd rather be back on the Belfast right now. I'm chief of security, not a diplomat or an envoy. Still, if my being here helps prove that the Federation and the Klingons can coexist, then all of this will be worthwhile.
Sounds like a difficult journey of self-reflection. Blue's dad, thank you for the sub. 3 months in a row. Greatly appreciate it. I really like the map design. I know this one's been in the game for a while, but
Tricorder ready.
this stuff looks good.
Another rebel attack in Klingon space. Reprehensible.
King Slathis does not assent to these renegade acts.
No threats detected.
Speak
If the
for
Gorn
Paris.
delegation is telling the truth, then the ambush we just thwarted was a rebel attack, and not a revolt instigated by the Gorn hegemony. Still, it seemed very coordinated.
I'm to scan the hell out of this place, yeah.
Let's scan this room.
I am Ambassador Koss of the Klingon Empire. I wish to meet with the Kuvah-Mach.
Ah, the Kuvah-Mach is an ancient myth. Paris is an impostor, a traitor to her people.
Peace with the Federation. Praetor vo narde krapu.
Yeah.
Nothing to report in this room. Quite a few opinions floating around today, huh? I say we speed things up and move on to the next room.
The Klingons just are not happy to see her.
Fine. You're right. You might know this already, but there's an ancient Klingon religious text that describes the Kuvah-Mach, or Savior, as a figure that will restore the Klingon Empire back to its original glory. Many Klingons believe me to be this Kuvah-Mach because of the events that occurred in the Delta Quadrant aboard Voyager. My genetic material played a part in helping a group of Klingons. I'm happy to answer any questions about that if you think it's beneficial to our mission.
We can go over that another time. Okay. Next chamber. A Romulan in the Hall of Warriors. You know, I'll fight my way here if that's what they want.
What weight could a conference possibly hold without the attendance of Jempok? Ha!
Yedoko! Walden is here in his stead. Now is not the time for dissent.
I'm detecting... false alarm. Just some residual readings.
Logical, are you Cheops on an alt account? Yeah, Tara.
Preparing to scan.
We're all set, my good sir.
I will hold you accountable if this fails. There can be no deviation from the plan.
Yeah.
Nyach, Lodgmit.
Of course, I will not disappoint. We have an agreement after all. Let's disperse.
Paris, go. But she's right next to me. I saw the interact pop up and then... Go down by the feds. Yeah, I've seen people doing funny things with that, Fred. Like, she was right here, I'm pretty sure, right? I thought she was right here with me. Disappears in that chamber. Tragic. Okay, let's try the classic. Log out and back in. She used her battle cloak.
We meet at last, face to face. Your name echoes.
It's nice to put a real face to the...
Ah, hold it right there.
Oh. Am I going to need to go through all that again? Okay, she's just invisible. Just invisible. We got it. Maybe. Like, did she go back to the start area? Like, oh, not back here. Okay, so log out and go back in. Stay behind her. Yeah, okay, okay.
We meet at last, face to face.
It's nice to put a real...
Ah, hold it right there.
Go right. Not right here. Okay, so I need to just beam up and back down. Okay. Okay. You have to log out, then do all again, and then start behind her before you enter last hall. Agony Fuel Gen would soon put an end to her hide and seek.
We meet at
Okay,
last.
we're going to speed run the dialogue because I've already done this.
All right.
I
Let's start
believe
with
you.
this area.
I just got to redo the past couple
Klingon
minutes.
in a Starfleet uniform? Just bad.
Low. Ran into a little bit of a bug here, so
Scans are clear.
gonna be speed running
Seems
through
these
this next little
Klingons take a
section.
note of-
I know.
Let's scan this room.
Another rebel attack in Klingon space. Reprehensible.
King Slathis does not assent to these renegade acts.
Nothing to report in this room.
Okay.
If the Gorn delegation is telling the
I'm
truth...
just speed running through this because I already did this dialogue. I had to beam back up and back down because there was a bug.
Tricorder ready.
So after this area here, I'm gonna make sure
I
to
am Ambassador Kosk
stay
of the
behind her.
Klingon Empire. I wish to meet with the Kuvah-Mach.
Yeah.
The Kuvah-Mach is an ancient myth. Paris is an impostor. a traitor to her people.
Peace with the Federation. Praetor vo narde krapu.
Gibbs, how's it going, man?
All clear. Let's move on. Quite a few opinions. Fine.
Yeah, so this area I can still go ahead of her. It's the one afterwards in the main chamber.
You know the drill.
What weight could a conference possibly hold without the attendance of Gemfuck? Ha!
Yedoko! Walden is here in his stead. Now is not the time for dissent.
I'm false alarm. Just some residual readings.
Okay. Gonna be very, very slow here.
Preparing to scan.
We're all set, my good sir.
I'm not moving here.
I will hold you accountable if this fails. There can be no deviation from the plan. Nach, Lodgmit.
Of course, I will not disappoint. We have an agreement after all. Let's disperse.
A Klingon ambassador with a human attendant? I don't recognize the staffer, but I believe that's Ambassador...
That. He's a source of much dispute within the Empire. Intelligence will no doubt be tracking him.
I don't know about you, but I think I've heard enough. And I trust that our intelligence units will monitor any outliers among the attendees. I suggest we have a look at our scan results instead. My readings are off in this room.
I've got a feeling there's going to be something. I've played this map enough before. Or there's something hiding somewhere.
This technology doesn't match any known Federation or Klingon designs. Its components are entirely non-standard. What do you make of this data?
Let's see here. The use of non-standard components suggests that whoever planted this device does not want to be traced. Give me a bit of a... Like, the design there sort of looks like some of the cool ships, you know?
Huh. Faint traces of Verteron particles.
Keyed to another... So it's keyed to another device... This device is key to another coordinate in the system. Whether it presents a threat or not is... Well, we're gonna find out.
Cogran, it is simple, I assure you. Undine biology is adaptive, with a morphogenic cellular structure.
I am no scientist, but I do not dispute the utility of weaponry meant to identify and eradicate the Undine.
It's unfortunate we still know so little about them, despite the doctor's research.
Ah, morale. Your disposition suggests that there were no polyfluidic phase variances to report.
That's correct. No Undine infiltrators, Doctor. But we did find something else.
Dr. Kurgan here.
Captain Sean, Captain Cogran, we've discovered an unidentified device in the Hall of Heroes. Its origin cannot be traced and its functionalities are unknown. It doesn't appear to pose an immediate threat, but we can't be sure. Will you work on disabling the device while I transmit our findings to the rest of the team?
Daniel, I don't know on that. We're going to use a Nadion burst to disrupt the device's power signature, and we're going to shut it down. And we're going to make someone out there very mad, probably, in doing that.
What? A wise proposal. The work of the Romulans, no doubt. Or maybe the Gorn. This device cannot be left here unstudied.
I agree. This poses a considerable security risk. However, I'm too optimistic about the turnout of this conference to delay our diplomatic efforts any further. We need to honor our agreement with the Klingons. They will not respect any act that might be interpreted as a display of cowardice. We must stay the course. If Captain Cochrane is not opposed, then I propose we beam the device to the USS Belfast for further analysis.
I mean, I'm on a like a Romulan that's aligned to KDF, so I think beaming the device to the Federation ship, letting them take the risk. I mean, I'm fine with that. Nothing could go wrong doing that.
Setting up a containment field and done.
Dave,
Ready
Mao,
for
how's it going?
transport. USS Belfast, this is Lieutenant Paris. We are beaming up an unidentifiable device for analysis. Stand by.
The conference will begin shortly. All attendees must gather in the Hall of Heroes immediately.
Oh, I gotta go over here. I gotta use my eyes. Go to the right spot. No, you're fine, Flo. Is there a build video for the Cavort coming soon? Yes.
Fellow delegations, the Federation is here today to seek peace with the Empire, in the hopes that it will be long-lasting. We believe we have been at odds for too long, and hope to prove today that our worth as allies is greater than our worth as foes. As a first act, we propose a ceasefire, then allying against a common enemy, the Undine. I have with me an expert who will share...
Nap! All this talk and no action! Why trust you, Okeg? Your Federation has already proven it does not respect the Empire! In the case of the Undine imposters in the Gorn hegemony, the Klingons were right all along, yet you failed to heed us.
You are right, and I know that Federation and Empire relations have often been tense, that our history is riddled with mistrust, that you believe we failed you on the topic of the infiltrators in the Gorn hegemony, and that our ways have been human-centric. But like Chancellor Gorkon, this Saurian too believes in the undiscovered country, and has read Shakespeare in the original Klingon. We'd like to start by sharing our classified research with you on the Undine, as a gesture of good faith. Doctor?
Greetings. You may call me the Doctor. It is an honor to speak to such a fine audience. I will be handing out data pads after our speech, so do stick around should you wish to discuss the details. As you all undoubtedly know, with great scientific advancement comes great responsibility. While ethics are not on the agenda, I am obliged to mention the dangers of the technology we have developed and the risk it poses to non-Undine life forms.
The Belfast is transmitting the results of the analysis performed on the unidentified device. It seems it's...
But I digress. To the crux of the matter, I have created technology that pairs modified tricorders with experimental nanoprobes. The tricorders, while still a prototype, detect the presence of Undine biosignatures. The nanoprobes are then... pardon me, my matrix.
Captain Sean, that device disrupts holo-emitter signals. Doctor!
We gotta get that guy.
We curse the Empire!
We cannot let that stand.
Captain! They've taken the doctor!
Morale, look out!
Thanks. We need to take down these Gorn and retrieve the doctor. Now!
Belfast, this is Sean. Kittimer Conference is under attack. Monitor all activity in orbit. No
Hollow
one
Knight.
leaves.
Okay.
I knew
Let's see how
I
it
should
is.
have brought some cryo grenades along.
I can't attack that group yet. All of the VFX spam.
We need to take down the last remaining Gorn.
I mean, Rapid Lithic could still get some pretty big hits in there. Can't believe they just stole the doctor like that. Also, I gotta put my the right ground weapon on. I have stuff on from my endeavor
warriors have
earlier.
identified additional rebel Gorn on the ground. It won't be long before they reach our location. As for Bavat, the Petach has conveniently beamed up to his vessel. He must have had allies on the inside. Klingons willing to look the other way and smuggle in his devices. Huicha! Or perhaps this is another conspiracy.
Terrible.
I assure you the Federation has nothing to do with this, Captain Cogran. I can't say the same for Bavat, though. The Belfast has managed to lock onto his ship with a tractor beam, but I'm not sure how long it'll hold. Our scans show the doctor is aboard, so we'll need to be careful.
Apparently, my science officer here has found that Bavat's ship is equipped with experimental technology. Could be a tough fight.
I'm coming with you. We need to retrieve the doctor. That's non-negotiable.
Oh, we're gonna get him.
All right, but I know you well, Moral. Get back in one piece, and no unnecessary risks. That's also non-negotiable. Understood? Cogran and I will stay behind to deal with the Gorn and evacuate the delegations. Belfast, this is Captain Sean. Beam the lieutenant directly to the bridge. Paris, you've got the con. Stay safe.
We are gonna get up there and we're gonna take care of this. Yeah, this is the first run through of this. Yeah, I was gonna do it yesterday, but the audio is messed up, and I was like, I'll wait for the audio to be better.
This is Lieutenant Paris aboard the Belfast. We have a lock on Bavat's ship, the IKS Warvik. Recommend we hail him together before we take any drastic measures. Diplomacy first.
I do like the dialogue options here. Like, this is appropriate. Fine, but if he fires, my crew will extract the doctor and retaliate tenfold. I like that.
Noochpo! You dare not fight a real Klingon, one of prowess and might? I suppose your hail is meant to initiate some sort of negotiation. Which puch! I do not negotiate with those who would see the Klingon Empire become docile and prevent its path towards true glory.
I assure you, my crew is not afraid of you. My officers have their finger on the trigger, and they don't miss. Hand over the doctor now. I like that. That's good.
Cool. Request denied. It would be a shame to return your doctor so soon. Extracting him from Kittimer was child's play. Fascinating what can be achieved when the Empire is so divided and unfocused. But Klingons never shy away from a challenge. Let the Kuvarmach retrieve him herself and prove she has the heart of a true warrior.
My heart is just fine, Bavat. I wish we could say the same for you, you mahwi. The Klingon Empire agreed to convene on the Federation's ceasefire proposal. It is you who is in violation of the agreement, and in direct disobedience of the High Council. They should have you discommended, you pet.
We've detected a massive increase in tachyon emissions. Bavat was stalling to call for backup. What? Won't say it, but you know what I'm thinking. A Romulan fighting like a Klingon, the madness. How's the experimental weapon after the fix? Not as good. Defiant's gotta get some better armor there. That's a bit rough.
Bavat has escaped with the doctor. The Belfast is tracking his ship's ion trail. Time to show these what we're made of. Give it all you got.
Oh, can I stop?
That was the last of them. Receiving a hail from the Kittimer. I'm opening.
You recognize them?
Belfast, this is Captain Cargren. We bested the Gorn. Kittimer is secure. We also uncovered another device mounted to the Federation's podium and neutralized it. The device disrupts photonic emissions and stores holographic data as a containment capsule would. Have you stopped Bavat?
No. The Defiant was quite weak, and it let him escape.
I missed a device, but we scanned the entire area. How is that possible? I increased my tricorder sensor aperture. I ran a multispectral sweep. I even enhanced subspace resolution and set up a level 3 perimeter scan. I should have set up a level 4 scan. This is my fault.
It's fine.
Steady, Lieutenant. The first device was no doubt a red herring planted in the room to distract us from the second, which in turn was shielded from our sensors by an experimental chronoton-charged cloaking field. That second device was ever so slightly displaced in time. Your tricorder couldn't have picked up on it. It took a whole group of scientists from several different delegations to come to that same conclusion.
Yeah, whatever Bavat's doing is dangerous.
Captain, we need to go after the doctor. The Belfast is tracking Bavat's warp signature, ion trail, and projected course. I've got all the data I need.
What the Belfast needs to do is remain stationed in orbit of Kittimer while President Okeg meets with the Klingon High Council. This attack has led to some very tense exchanges and great mistrust in the Federation and Gorn delegations. Going after the doctor is too risky. We'll need to send our data over to an experienced strike team and let them handle it.
We're running out of time. We gotta get him. We gotta get the doc.
I agree. Besides, the doctor is not only one of the most brilliant minds in Starfleet, but he's also my godfather. He's family, Captain.
I can't argue with that. But for that same reason, I'll need you back in one piece after your mission. I can't lose you too, Lieutenant. The Belfast has to remain to supervise the situation on Kittimer and escort Starfleet 1 back to Federation space. I hope I'm not making a mistake by staying behind. But duty calls. Good luck, and take care.
I'll take care of it, don't you worry.
It is a worthy mission to undertake. On behalf of the Klingon Empire, I authorize you to accompany Lieutenant Paris on her quest. Though I remind you that Bavat, despite all of his treachery, is still the head of what some would consider to be an honorable Klingon house. Should you best him in battle, then you will have to decide whether he deserves to die with honor, and if not, contend with the consequences upon your return. Kapla!
Good. We got
One
this.
to beam over.
Oh, I flew very far away. Thankfully, this is a very fast ship. Hey, Trouble. How's it going?
Quite the fine ship you have. Here's the data the Belfast retrieved during our encounter with the Klingons. We've tracked the Warvig to the Hattori system.
There we go. That bought out the event day one.
We've arrived, and in enemy territory, no less. Sensors are picking up on multiple vessels in the area. Klingon patrol ships. Planetary archives also show Hattoria is home to a large nebula and an abandoned facility on the ground. I'm guessing that's where Bavat is holding the doctor.
Okay, what are our options?
We can either use the nebula's ionized gas to scatter our ship signal and travel at low impulse to conceal our movements till we reach transporter range, or we can go in guns blazing and risk alerting the Klingons on the ground. Your call.
Do I have to say it right there? Guns blazing. Oh, we gotta go through the nebula and take all these guys out too. Can't leave any of them standing. Is there an accolade for taking all of them out? Or is that just like the expected thing to do?
We've been detected by Bavot's patrol ships.
Kubi, Texpu, you stand no chance against our alliance, Force Kubakma.
If only we had a battle cloak. Oh, the nebula gives you a defect or like a debuff there, so you can't fire your weapons while you're in it. Gotcha. I see what's going on here. No witnesses? Exactly. It's like when I'm playing Hitman, I'll go through and I'll make sure I'm taking out all the enemies on the map, basically. There's coffee in that nebula. I could go for like another coffee, so yeah. No witnesses. I don't have any speed buffs for a little bit longer. That ship was 2 days away from retirement. Pokemon style, gotta get them all. Okay. Oh, there's more here.
Nicely done. That's all of them. Let's stay alert going forwards.
It is still a stealth mission if there's no one around. Indeed.
We are within transporter range. However, your comms officer intercepted and decoded a set of outgoing transmissions originating from the patrol ships, sent only seconds before we took them down. It looks like word of our arrival has reached their allies on the ground. Expect an increase in security measures going forward.
Okay. That calls for a very powerful thing to be slotted. The agony field right there. I do hope my actions are in accordance with the Kittimer's suggestions. Oh no.
As I was saying, the nanoprobes developed to counter the Undine are Wait a minute. Where am I?
Bajach Emelv, you fool! Sing, the data! Is it ready?
Soon, Bavat. I am extracting the genetic information from the doctor's holomatrix. It'll take some time to bypass his security subroutines.
You know, in some cultures, it is considered ill-mannered to interrupt a sentient life form, especially a brilliant physician. If you're interested, my research paper, The Art of Turn-Taking, a study on conversational analysis in Delta Quadrant species, has...
Hold your tongue, you insufferable projection of wasted photons!
I thought I had ambient sound still on. I must have turned them off. Let me check that quick, because that was
According
a
to the
very quiet
Federation's
cutscene.
archives, this facility used to be a penal colony and still houses functional security systems to this day. Speaking of, I'm picking up on a photonic signal that matches the doctor's holosignature, but it's faint. My guess is he's being held in one of the facility's lower levels. Expect a fight along the way. The facility is on yellow alert after our little encounter up in the Hatoria system.
It's fine. I believe.
Yentag, the Cooper's Mark has arrived. The chance shapes swim back left.
If my mother taught me anything, it's how to deal with Ketaku like you.
Look, I'm even bringing in the
That was all of
proper
them.
KDF
Maybe
weapons
we can
here.
still stealth our way through this facility. I'll cover you. Lead the way.
I got my dual disruptor sniper rifles here from my KDF Fleet Starbase. This map looks really good too.
Unlock your security protocols and give me the data, Patach!
Ambassador Bavat, this is absolutely ludicrous behavior and very dishonorable, I'll have you know. I refuse to be probed any further. If you have developed a passion for genetics, then I encourage you to conduct your own research. I am sure you will find the funding.
Sing, increase the hologram sensitivity calibrations and bypass safety protocols.
That hurt! This is not how one treats a guest in their repurposed prison. Or perhaps it is.
They're hurting him. I'm sending out an electromagnetic pulse to disrupt that console. It'll buy us some time.
I'll turn the music on after this cutscene. I'm going to accidentally agony field the doctor. That's terrible.
By tampering with the doctor's sensitivity calibrations, Bavat and Singh are making sure that he feels pain the way a biological life form would. Effectively, they're torturing him. I know Captain Sean said not to take risks, but I'm not sure we've got much of a choice. We need to think of something fast.
Bavat seems interested in genetic data. Perhaps if we look around, we'll figure out what it is he wants.
Not a bad plan. We'll investigate the facility as we head towards the doctor's coordinates. But let's do this quickly. I can't let this go on for much longer.
Indeed. Map does look really, really nice.
Before you go any further, let's talk about the facility's security sweeps. Some areas of the facility are being scanned periodically by security consoles. Unapproved life forms that come into contact with the scans will likely trigger an alarm, alerting nearby enemies or heightening security protocols. We should avoid detection if possible, and find a way to deactivate the scanners.
I mean, I'll just take the guards on head on. I mean...
Heads up. The area ahead of us is being scanned.
Okay.
My scans are picking up on low-level electromagnetic signals coming from beyond that sweep.
Oh, is that it? Okay.
Now what do we have in here? Consoles running on residual power.
Yeah, the featured stuff was removed for right now.
Amar Noonian Singh, Research Log, File 13. My first experiment proved unsuccessful. A disappointment. The host biology is highly aggressive at the cellular level and rejecting genetic input. I will adapt my experiments to suppress any existing dominant cells going forward. Amar Noonian Singh, Research Log, File 14. Results are now beginning to show promise, but I fear I might have overcompensated. Rapid mutation has led to instability in the subject genome. To counter this, I plan to create an epigenetic framework with the purpose of culling damaged cells. If we lose a few test subjects in the process, so be it.
Jeez.
Amar Noonian Singh, Research Log, File 19. After careful calculations, I have achieved my first breakthrough. Whereas some subjects were unable to withstand further testing, others are now thriving. In particular, Subject GU-75 has impressed Bavat.
Terrible.
They're experimenting on people.
The primary focus of the project is gerontology, the study of aging in various life forms. The Federation Science Council has given me permission to test various forms of genetic modification to find treatments of degenerative diseases such as Irumodic syndrome. We're making significant progress.
Terrible.
Yes. How did Bhavat and Singh get their hands on proprietary Federation logs? We can't let them keep this data. We need to destroy it.
There's something else there.
It's not a proud moment in Earth's history either. Khan was the greatest of the augmented conquerors in the eugenics wars. He was the ruler of more than a quarter of Earth, and he treated those he ruled like slaves. Unlike some of the other so-called genetic supermen, Khan only enslaved his people rather than massacre them. Some consider him to be the best of the tyrants. A dubious honor, to be sure. Augments like Khan, Noonien Singh caused the death of millions. When the people rose up against the augmented tyrants, Khan and some of his people escaped into space on a sleeper ship. I suspect you heard a lot about Khan's clashes with Captain Kirk at Starfleet Academy. I remember running the Mutara Nebula simulator in my senior year there. It was a singular experience.
From Hell's Heart, I stab at the destroy log.
I'm all for eradicating degenerative diseases, but none of it means another eugenics war or the creation of genetically engineered slaves. Singh's plan seems to align more with the latter and not with the Federation's work. My guess is they copied our research, but not our motivations.
Yeah.
Looks like a security sweep can be deactivated from that console. We've been detected. Automated security. Watch out.
That was the correct response,
We're in the
right?
clear. Let's avoid detection going forwards.
I gotta disable it. Okay, I'm doing it.
Security functionality deactivated. Let's move on. I'm detecting life signs in the room ahead.
Yeah, those certainly don't look like normal Klingon. They really do look like give a bit of a Nicole vibe right there.
Klingon Mach, Grethor's gates stand ready to welcome you.
A Bhavat welcoming committee. That's too kind. Remind me to thank him later. Phaser fire. That's all of them. Let's look around for anything that might help us.
Agony field gen, perfectly balanced.
Amar Noonien Singh, Research Log File 22. Subject GU-75's DNA has begun to deteriorate after a couple of cycles. All attempts to stabilize the specimen's genetic sequence using molecular templating have failed. I will keep trying.
Yeah, this is just off topic right here, but I'm looking at all these, like, you know, these servers going here. I mean, I wonder if there's some RAM in there we can take.
Amar Noonien Singh, Research Log File 28. This will be my last entry on subject GU-75. Was begun to exhibit irrational and aggressive behavioral patterns. The specimen's enhanced strength make it difficult to control. Even the Klingon guard struggle to keep it subdued for testing. I will begin processing GU-75 for termination.
Doctor's Log Supplemental Stardate 86324.7. In preparation for the Khitomer Ceasefire Conference, I have been reviewing the Undine research stored in my holomatrix. One study from Stardate 51003.7 focuses in particular on the reprogramming of Borg collective nanoprobes for the purpose of destabilizing species 84.
That's what he was saying
that
there.
Seven and I pioneered research on species 8472, and that the Federation was the first and so far only alliance of people able to thwart the Undine. My hope is that we will soon be able to share this research with trusted allies.
I don't think Singh and Bhavat are acting on behalf of the Klingon Empire.
Torn but not
They must be
forgotten.
acting independently.
I like that.
Looks like we can deactivate a security sweep from in here. This room is clear. Another security sweep. We should check this room. Some of these consoles are still active. No doctor in here, but maybe we'll find something that can help us.
Amar Noonian Singh, Research Log File 31. In the wake of Subject GU-75's termination, a new favorite has arisen amongst the augmented ranks. Subject GU-78 is strong, reliable, and obedient, despite the pain it is in. For now.
This guy's just pure evil.
Doctor's Log Supplemental, Stardate 54518.2. The genetic material retrieved from the unborn Klingon hybrid by the name of Miral Paris, sampled with the consent of her parents, Lieutenants B'Elanna Torres and Tom Paris, has proven a great success. The Klingon pilgrims from the IKS Shan have been cured of their illness. As a result, they now believe that Miral is what they call the Kuva Mach, a legendary Klingon figure who is foretold to heal all Klingons and restore them to their former glory. Quite the legacy to live up to for an unborn child. Miral is doing well. I know that the crew of Voyager will protect her, at least until she comes of age and chooses her own path. I expect there will come a day when the Klingon Empire will inquire about Miral Paris. However, modifying genetic material is a delicate topic, given the historical precedents. The eugenics wars, or the Klingon augment virus, both point toward the possibility of genetic alteration being used for nefarious purposes, such as creating biological weaponry, or even an army.
Creating an army. It's really terrible. Logical, that is great.
That must be exactly what Singh and Bhavat have planned, but why? The Klingon Empire already has a capable army. The rest of the log comes as no surprise to me. As I got older, my parents began to share stories from my childhood with me. The tale of the IKS Shan was one of them.
He wants to create an army for himself. That's what
You
it
know
is.
the drill. That's it. Deactivated. Let's keep moving. Klingon and Gorn life signs up ahead. Prepare for a fight.
Yeah.
Have you come as a sacrifice, Kuvahma?
Wait, poof! The only thing I'm sacrificing is my time, you useless car.
Glory to the Gorn, and Bhavat the benefactor. All shall fall. This is the price.
Spencer hates life signs.
These Gorn are too far gone and blinded by Bhavat's empty promises.
Surrender yourself, Kuvahma, or prepare to die with dishonor.
This Agony Field just makes the ground fights too easy. It can also break some missions. Like I've seen missions where
That Gorn looks
like
similar
hitting
to
an
the ones who
Agony and
disrupted
killing the
Klingon
enemies in the
conference.
next room would break it.
Let's press on. I'm sure the doctor
Terrible
is counting
logical.
on us. Tricorders are detecting a photonic signature further ahead.
Is there anything
Lead the
in
way.
here? Anything for me to find in these little rooms? Sometimes there is, you never know. The Rescue Crusher mission, yeah, I remember doing that on stream and breaking it. Oh.
There are too many security sweeps in this hallway to evade. There are too many security sweeps in this hallway to evade. We have to keep investigating to deactivate them somehow. There are too many security sweeps in this hallway to evade. We have to keep investigating to deactivate
Oh, we're
them
going, we're
somehow.
going. I'll probably look at that closer in like the review. I mean, they both have. There's pros and cons to both. I don't have an answer for you right this moment.
This console doesn't appear to deactivate the security sweeps, but I see another one. This appears to be a security console connected to an audio-visual feed.
Could prove useful.
The exobiology lab is ready, Bavat. We are only missing the data.
Huicha! How hard can it be to retrieve data from a hologram?
Ambassador, may I remind you that I am the emergency medical hologram Mark I. I served aboard the USS Voyager during
Silence! Do you wish to have your vocal interface deactivated, you insufferable tar? Quiet. Someone is watching.
Miral.
Hello, Kuvach Mach.
Damn it, we've been detected. And he's taunting us. We need to come up with a plan. Quickly.
We got this. Don't worry.
I recognize that tune. It was a song he used to sing to me when I was a child. It was written by the Kolar people and dedicated to the Kuvach. The part he's humming is the last stanza, symbolic of the Kuvach's agency and their choice to guide the Klingon people, or not. It goes, trap or not, I won't abandon him. There must be something else we can do. Maybe we can deceive Bavat somehow, get him to tip his hand or release the doctor for a price.
He has a specific thing in mind. That's what he wants.
That might just work. If they're willing to go to these lengths just to retrieve my genetic material, then surely they'd be willing to negotiate.
Now we gotta go down this.
Some security parameters were shut down when Bavat cut the feed. Stay sharp. The area ahead is being scanned.
Got it. This looks. I mean, the visual quality here looks really good.
The exobiology lab. You know, I minored in biogenetics at Starfleet Academy. Time to put those skills to good use.
It's been a good mission so far, Dave.
A sample of human genomic base pairs. Creative, but I'm not sure about adding Gorn chromosomal markers.
Augmented Gorn right there.
A sample of Klingon polynucleotide clusters. This mix might just do the trick, at least for now. Time to enact our plan.
Here we go.
The data has almost been decrypted, Bavat. Soon, we will be able to dispose of the hologram.
Miral, what are you still doing here? I mean, a Klingon hybrid I have never seen before.
Don't worry, Doctor. We're here to break you out.
Lieutenant Miral Paris, or should I say Kuvach Mach, here to take your friend's place? He's kept your seat warm.
Let him go.
And why would I do that?
Because we have what you need. A sample of my DNA. The missing piece to your scientific puzzle. You're creating an army, right?
I am creating a movement. Soon all will pledge their allegiance to the new Klingon Empire and bow before its ruler.
That's only a fantasy without my DNA, Bvat. I'll give you the sample if you release the doctor.
Miral, I strongly advise you do not.
You're bluffing. Hand it to my assistant, now.
Let the doctor go first.
Fine. Free the captive, Singh. This is a ruse. A counterfeit. Now, Singh.
Let's see how you fare against my latest experiments.
Oh boy.
Ready?
The doctor's genetic research will have to do for now. Time is on my side. Can you say the same, Kuvahmach?
We can't let him escape!
Morel, no! It's too dangerous! I'll go!
I love you, but you've got to trust me. I have to go after him, and you're needed here. You're the galaxy's only hope against the Undine.
Let me go.
I don't know where I'm headed, but if I make it, I'll give you a sign. Protect the doctor. I'll go after Bvat. We'll meet again!
Oh boy.
If you handle the fighting, I will search my database for intelligence on the Gorn. Should you require medical assistance, then I will be at your disposal if you stay alive.
Do I have to get these guys?
I'm a doctor, not a miracle worker. Gorn are ectothermic creatures, and therefore vulnerable to the cold. Use your environment. They are also apex predators, with instinct-driven threat responses. Augmentation has driven these Gorn to insanity.
Is this one of the things to get them over towards me? I need the pull device here. Here we go. Can I damage this one? Okay, that's one. Get my bridge officers over here.
You've weakened them. Keep it up. It's our only chance to make it out alive.
I don't have that on my character right now, but it certainly would have helped. He's immune again. Keep backing up, back up. I should have Moopsy out.
What a fight. I was anxious.
Yeah,
even as
grab
an
box would have
onlooker.
made that much easier.
Well done. We've got an unethical scientist on the loose. Where is Singh? I am registering his biosignature, coming from a nearby transporter room.
This is Singh. IKS Warwick, come in! Anyone!
Not so fast, Singh. The jig is up.
Over.
Fine. But if you think apprehending me will have any effect on my plans with Bavat, you are deluded. Bavat has the genetic data he needs to proceed. None of you will be able to change that. Not even the Kuvach Mach. In time, Bavat will convince her to join his 10,000 augment army. It's the prophecy.
She's gonna take it out, not join it.
All of your ruses are pitiful. Your genetic concoction of Klingon and human DNA did not even pass a visual inspection. Do you think Bavat and I cannot recognize a vial originating from our own laboratory? Even your holographic doctor must have realized that. But you are too simple-minded to understand our greater scientific plans. Like an insect waiting to be squashed in the palm of a god.
Oh, you're not part of those plans. He just straight up left you.
Silence. The Kuvach Mach has followed Bavat as intended, and him and I have a deal. He will lead his army, and I will become a renowned ruler. Unlike the rest of the Noonien Singh lineage who have lost their way, I will become the father of a new generation of augments. You, on the other hand, will rot in Aurora Pinte cell once all of this is over. Bavat's means transcend time itself.
Well, I like the mission. It's good. I like some of the little witty things we get to say. About time. That was good.
I've dealt with my fair share of rude scientists during my time aboard Voyager, but Amar Noonien Singh might just take the cake. Now that this area is secure and our culprit has been caught, I wanted to thank you for coming to my rescue. I know our mission isn't over yet. Bavat is still at large, with morale trailing not far behind, I'm sure.
Yeah, I like it. Don't mention it, Doc. Yeah, hopefully the doctor's all right. It should be fine, and we'll get Bavat.
Yes, he did. I suggest we return to where we last saw Bavat and investigate the area. I'm sure we will find something that will enlighten us on the matter. Besides, it might increase our odds of finding Miral sooner rather than later.
Yep, let's scan the area again.
Nothing a tricorder scan won't illuminate. Oh my. Your scans reveal the presence of residual chronoton particles. That, my friend, suggests a temporal aperture once existed in this very space.
Time traveled because he wasn't safe here.
I'm afraid it will be difficult to pinpoint on our own. I suggest you report back to your command for now. I am sure the Klingon High Council will want to hear all about this. I can say Captain Shan will be enthused about Miral's disappearance, and I do feel somewhat responsible for that. I'll break the news to him when we return, but I expect he will contact you later. We'll be counting on you to find her.
She will be found.
My army promises glory to the Empire and its great houses. A new dawn, a new era for the worthy warrior. Together, we will finally become an empire worthy of Kalesh. We will wipe out the Federation and conquer their people once and for all. Kaplan!
Klingon! Klingon! Klingon!
Bavat! Where am I?
Very, very hyped for the next season, seeing this the next story piece here. I really do like it. It's good. Logical said, mission feels very Star Trek after all the superhero style multiverse stuff. This feels back to the roots of Star Trek. Love it. Yeah. She's really done it now. I like it. I like the direction we've seen the game go this year. I like it. I'm hyped. Very, very hyped for to just see where this all goes. I think overall, like, yeah, hype is, I've been around long enough that I've seen, the mood for the game go up and down, and definitely this year's probably the most hype, the most positivity I've seen. Like, trying to think of an era where I saw people this hyped. It's probably the most hyped. Because we saw the game going, there was some struggles there for a few years, and we're seeing things turn around and move into just such a positive direction here. Yeah. I like it. I like it. I see a bunch of messages. Yeah, I means a lot. Yeah, it's good. You remember an episode with that portal? Yeah. The writing, the visuals, just the quality, especially over time, is just, continuously improved. That's why he came back, saw a lot of change for the better, yeah. And that's why I think on the content creation side, like, definitely, I know Thomas has mentioned this in like the interviews I've done with him, but definitely needs to be more stuff out there for people that are not necessarily just new to the game, but also returning. Like, a lot of things have changed over the years, and definitely needs to be some more guides and stuff up there for people. That's also like part of the reason, for me starting the that separate builds focused channel over on the YouTube. Like, the idea here is, just to start, create another resource for the community, for people that are new, coming back in, whatever, to have a place to go and look, So get that channel off the ground, and that'll hopefully help.
The conference did not unfold as I had hoped. Still, I have managed to convince the High Council to consider the provisional ceasefire as we investigate the events of today. Bavat remains at large, and his trail lost to time itself. Despite this, you did well in retrieving the doctor and bringing Amar, Nooney, and Singh to justice. That spineless Patak is being interrogated by intelligence as we speak. In relation to this, I must also relay a most unusual message from one of our agents. Klingon intelligence has received an encrypted transmission from Lieutenant Paris, addressed to you. The stardate attributed to it is unexpected. When the time comes, I expect you to be ready. Bavat must be stopped.
We'll be ready. We got the Hurl Boulder kit module here. Very immersive. There we go. Iran, you did well, but did you have to kill everyone? I mean, I'm Klingon, and that was... Look, it's like like I said, the Hitman playthroughs. Like, if there's no enemies left alive on the map, then you don't have to worry about witnesses. How long time-wise was that? I don't know, like an hour? Yeah, right around there. Like, it was a good length. And that's, you gotta remember, this is like compressing some multiple of the older story missions together with the reimagining here. Now I can join the new augmented Gorn bridge officers hurling boulders. Oh no. I thought that was fun. I know I blitzed through the space portion, but that was fun. I do like having enemies that are using more abilities. I enjoyed that. Yeah, about an hour or so. And there was that bug at the start where I ran ahead of her and it bugged out. Now I have to test out the kit module. Just need to make them Spencer proof next time. Terrible. No, I think that would have been interesting. I talk about scatter volley getting most of the focus, but like having a rapid fire disruptor setup in there would have been interesting. I mean, I still took care of it with the CSV, but like a nice rapid fire setup I think would have done pretty well in there and been very immersive. Boulder build wind. Terrible. I am gonna wrap up this stream though. Got a little bit of testing done, with the experimental weapon. I did the mission, which I didn't do the other day again because the audio was messed up. Yeah, that was good. Wait, these Klingons were doing this close to New ROM? Terrible. I want to go back and take out more of their ships. Yeah, the new Gorn Bridge officers can throw rocks too. Yeah, I need to set them up on a character. I think that'd be quite interesting. There was multiple streams there was multiple ISEs at the start of the stream. Yeah, thank you, Flo. Thank you for the work here. It's it really is good. I really like the direction things are going. Logical. You missed it. That's how I got the testing done on the experimental weapon. We got to push them Klingons away. Look, I am aligned to the Klingon side, and I'm saying them Klingons they're pushing too far. You need to see a nice build for the new Gorn Bridge officers, all melee all the time. Oh boy, that'd be interesting. Could you imagine do the bundle review on the main YouTube account, and then on the secondary builds channel just drop a video for I set up the ultimate oh no, that's a good idea. Do the review video for the mini bundle on the main channel, and then on the secondary channel just drop here's the ultimate Gorn bridge officer setup. You're really sorry you missed the start of the stream. Terrible logical. It was a completely unannounced stream. I do appreciate everyone that's tuned into it. We're at 44 on Twitch. What are we at on YouTube? Well, what did it peak at? Because this channel, this isn't the main channel, so it doesn't get as much. Right now, it's not getting as many views as the main one, but we peaked at 119. That's pretty good. Attack ground buff build isn't that complex, but would be interesting to see what I'd do for sign inch. I haven't paid attention to like bridge officers in a long time. I mean, we meme about my main bridge officer crew, how many injuries these guys got. Where are they? Show me the injuries. Which ones is it? SI. Oh, there's bottom right. I'm blind. I feel like I haven't been collecting new injuries on these guys recently. You'd watch the Gorn Ground meta video? It'd be interesting. It'd be interesting for sure. You're gonna name a Gorn Rockstar. it's certainly something to think about. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to begin a news video done. I see Dark Mom's on. I'll toss a raid her way. But yeah, the objective for me the rest of today, like content-wise, I'll get a news video done. Tomorrow, again, I'll be... I'm chatting to, I think, all the systems. So, Mayo, we will chat here, I guess, in about... like, what is that, 18-ish hours? I gotta get the full set of questions like finalized for that too, and topics. But yeah. Spencer spends more time polishing his exchange console than looking after the well-being of his crew. Wow. Terrible. You don't see, okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's I'm trying to remember. Like I think the main focus is like the SEs. But I think for some of the secondary topics I included like the Cavort and stuff. Okay. I see a sub there on the YouTube. Thomas, thank you. Okay, but we are going to wrap this up. So thank you all for tuning in to this one. I'm going to toss that raid out to Dark Mom here on Twitch. And I am going to go get videos done. There we go. Yeah, news video about the patch notes, the testing I did at the start of the stream. Then, yeah, just mentioning that interview tomorrow and going over. They're just saying if you guys have any questions, you know, to drop them in the comments and all that. And then of course I gotta shill the latest batch of ships I'm selling. I just don't have room for the collection, so just how it goes. Okay, raid is out on Twitch. Okay. Again, thank you all for tuning in. Stream this Saturday will probably be on the main channel. Yeah, I don't intend to do too many more streams over here, but okay, Twitch is stopped. Yeah, again, thank you all for tuning in. Stay tuned for the video.